Questioning.
Hello, Daniel. We said we will speak in English today.
Hi, Barbara. Nice to be here today also after a short time.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody that is watching.
Yeah. Hello, we have already two participants and two guests.
Wow.
So thank you for coming. And thank you, Daniel, to come again. And mostly we are doing this again because you have so many people who already knows about you, and they were so sad last time because they couldn't understand us.
Yes, so we will try to make it up for them by speaking English today.
Yeah, I will try to follow if someone will ask us something, but otherwise we can start somehow similar than last time. So I will ask you, and I would like you to introduce a little bit about yourself, and like we said last time, who was the little Daniel and how he started this life of this magic. What are you doing today?
Well, the little Daniel didn't have much clue about anything. But when I was like about 6 years old, I started to connect myself with the visual expression of what I felt. I started drawing. I draw a lot, and I could say I was actually making a journal in picture instead of journaling in words, like it's common. And everything that I experienced, I wanted to put into a picture. Like,
Do you use colors or just
no,
pen?
it was mostly pencil. Actually, I did paint it then with other pencils, but it took me a long time to hold the brush in my hands and start really painting. But this was for me kind of an escape room, so I could tap into a different world where I started to express myself through drawing. And this was actually the start where I didn't know it by then, but I wanted to hold the world in a symbolic way, because everything that was painted, drawn, painted, sculptured, it was actually a symbol of what I experienced in life in this moment or in this week. And then I tried through this symbol to re-experience the experience. And it was very automatic for me, very, very natural to do it like that. Yeah.
It will probably, like, now you explained something, but probably as a child you didn't know all this. You just feel the need to express yourself.
Yes, it was very natural for me to do it this way without knowing what I'm actually doing. It was fun. That was all.
Like you said, and you want to reconnect or do it again. So I have experience, and now I draw it, and I'm again into this experience. So children likes to do stuff that they're really liking again and again.
Yes, recalling what was fun, recalling all the things. I had the whole room with pictures of what I experienced and what I heard. Like, my mother read me stories, so I tried to draw that. And yeah, this was
you
also
said last time that you had your parents was not angry because you are drawing also on the walls.
No. They were very supporting. They let me do whatever I wanted in this creative way. As long as I stayed in my room and doing it on my own walls, so to say, not in the living room, not in the kitchen.
So you had some limitation. It was not all over the place.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't feel it like limitation. I just wanted to make my space as much fun for me to enjoy it and to feel okay, in my room. So this was than limited to this place.
So I can ask, even today you have one room, or today it's all house?
I'm not painting the walls today anymore, but I have some pictures and other canvases that I express on, yeah.
Yeah, but still in one room, or you put it in the different places now when you're grown up?
Well, yeah, I mostly put it in the living room now because I'm most of the time spending here, and also people who come that they can enjoy the visuals that I make, yeah.
So let's start. We started with this, and we talked that you preferred drawing. And is it also at that time was difficult for you to write, or it was just not so important, or is it some hard way to write? Because I put all into the words when I was little.
Yes, I could write, but my highest excitement was expressing through a picture, through a visual symbol. Yeah.
And you follow
It more fun.
this ability also later, and you go also to the school of how do you say this?
Yeah. It was I was accompanied with this expression through the kindergarten, then through the primary school, through the middle school, and I also went to a college studying art, actually art pedagogics. Yes, and this was a space for me that I was in so long that I felt finally a little bit overwhelmed with that, and I couldn't do it anymore. I felt I need something else to experience in life, and I was very drawn into psychology already then, but the real change happened after the college, where one of my friends met some people in a company in Ljubljana, in the capital of Slovenia. He did some photographies for them, and so we spoke a little bit about his experience, and he also told me that the boss, actually it was a lady, her name is Olivera, and the company was Informa Echo, so information and respond, information and echo. It was an interesting name. And she was very good in feeling what we mostly perceived through our mental body. She was able to do it through her emotional body almost 100%. And it was so exciting for me to hear that somebody can look at the picture of an old master and started to analyze it in a way that I never saw it, and she was also a fantastic dream interpreter. She developed her own way how to interpret dreams. The fundamentals were Jung and Freud, but then this was only the basics. And then she started to actually translate a very specific symbolic language through what we dreamt, and make amazing connections between the information. So her interpretations were really something that I never encountered before, and I was very interested in it. And I stayed in this company for almost 20 years, and 15 years of my being there was actually mixed with work and talking to her about this psychological part of what is happening
very
to us.
long schooling.
I had a very long schooling, and I didn't know in the moment that this is a field that I'm going to tap into so deep. But slowly, I saw that I have a certain talent for it. And she also told me, because there were many people and nobody was attracted to this specific topic in a way that I was. And I started to make my own connections, and she was guiding me through that to the point where we could start to do this interpretation actually simultaneously. Actually, and yeah, this is how I tapped into the language of symbols through the subconscious field, because yes, this was the first contact with the symbolic through through our subconscious, and I didn't know then that I will develop also another approach through the language of symbols that is connecting to our higher consciousness, actually.
So in a way, she is like your teacher. She was your spiritual and not just
Mostly spiritual teacher, yes.
teacher, and she bring you through this again back to the drawing.
No, it wasn't her that brought me back to the drawing, but
I don't, not her, but
the visual expression actually started to come back, like the need to do it slowly. When I was in the phase to slowly finish the learning in this company, the visual art came back to me, and I started to paint again. I had a pause for maybe 15 years or almost.
And in these 15 years, you didn't draw at all?
I mean, I scribbled something in my notebooks and stuff like that, but nothing serious. It was just sketching on the go, you know. And it didn't have a real meaning. It didn't have a real meaning. It was just kind of entertainment. But then, like 10 years ago, when I left the company, it started, it was an inner need to do something with my visual art to honor the earth energy, to honor Mother Earth. And this is where the symbolic expression of fire, water, air, and earth started to being downloaded through me. And I actually found a way how to express these four elements through shapes, you know. And it was something that excited me very much. And I started to go in this direction. So I started to paint on stones because...
Special stones?
What?
This is special stones.
Yeah, these are actually pebbles that I find in on the river banks. They're already flat and round, and they're amazing canvases, because I wanted something that really connects this symbol that I'm painting on to the earth energy. So if I would, and I started to create symbols as mandalas. That means starting a picture in the middle as a center, and then equally bringing it to the whole symbol, you know.
Did you have some of them?
For example, something like this. This is the fire symbol, and it represents the ritual when we are fire walking, going over coals.
When you go to it.
Yeah, this was an experience, and then this symbol was downloaded through me, how to make this experience actually visual. And it represents like the flames in the center that are the cooperation between the element and the human intention, what to do. And then you have the four ways here that go through the fire, and this is the coals actually that are spread on the ground before you walk on them. And then you have this outer part that is your that you connect to the light of your intention. actually, before you go in, and then in this circle you connect to the light of transformation when the fire purifies you, and you come on the other side out different, actually. And
So,
there is a lot more symbolic in this than I just told you now. It's just short.
the short version, yes. But if we can set someone choose to go to this fire, walking through this, and then it's finished. But through this symbol, he can prolong this experience and have it rewind all over again and again and again. Because if you give this to someone who was in this experience, they can have it with like some help or some memory.
Well, through the years, I discovered that these mandalas are emitting specific codes through the visual.
Yeah.
So when you just look a mandala like this, the energy transmission happens and it bypasses the mind, body, the intellectual body, where you would start to analyze everything. Because in this very short moment when you see the symbol, you just see the beauty of the mandala, and this is like a magnet that bypasses your mind and goes directly into your body, directly into your cells, and can, with this frequency, start to trigger a change inside of you. If you know what it means, it doesn't have so much impact. It is good to know what it means, but the sacred geometry in this mandala has the potential to actually work on you, on your whole system, on all of your four bodies, in a way that you don't interfere with your mind.
Yeah,
You know?
that's important because through our mind, so many times we cut something or we stop some
Yes.
process. And this for mandala, for example, it can be also helping through healing the body or changing, like you said, you change the pattern where you will go in the future or find a new job.
Yes, I had an experience with that also. I made a stone, a mandala, water mandala on the stone that was brought to England on Stargate meditation, like
Gathering.
workshop. Yes, not conference, but workshop.
Yeah.
And a lady was very attracted to this stone, to this symbol, actually. And she was coming back and coming back, not knowing if she should take it or not. And then we suggested that she takes the stone with her to her hotel room and just feels how she feels with it, you know. And then the next time she came back, so I wasn't there, but Sandra brought the stones to England when she was on the Stargate workshop. And this lady came back to her totally excited, and she said that for months, or I don't remember exactly, was it months or years, or, you know, she had a swelling of her right side of the body, or was it left side? One part of the body was swelling, and the doctors couldn't help her because the water was like stuck in her system. And she said that she went with the stone to bed, and then she fell asleep, and the stone was lying with her in the bed. And the next morning, when she woke up, she was normal. There was no water in her system anymore, no swelling, and she was so excited. She said a miracle happened. But it wasn't a miracle that the stone did to her, but it triggered something in her system that triggered self-healing for her, you know. And this is the thing that I want to say. It bypasses the restrictions of the mind, because the mind would say, I'm beyond help, nobody can help me. But the energy went in directly into the cells, and the cells understood, you know, and
They
the
find
change.
the way to change this.
Yes, yes.
Yes, because so many people have a difficulty with this, because we are programmed like that, that if the doctor says something, if the, I don't know, on the TV they heard something, then this is just this, we cannot go over that, and then we have so many limitations. And when you bypass this logical reason, or all this what they told us, all these programs through the years, these energies can go through, and then our body has the capacity to heal
Exactly.
everything whenever.
Exactly.
Yes. So in this
And
life, we have so many limitation from this world around us, but when we connect directly with this power or this light or whatever you said, and these symbols can do this in our bodies.
yes, and this is a good point that you said. We are so used to look upon our life and what happens to us. If it has a slight connotation with negativity, we
Yeah.
always go to the negative.
Yeah.
Like it can't be other than negative, you know? And this is what mostly restricts us to come into our own power. It mostly uh, uh, pushes us into a self-judgment or the judgment of our surrounding, instead of finding the viewpoint where you can find the loving approach, the light, the positive. And this is something that I can bring now to the dream world. You know, when we have dreams, it is also a symbolic language of our subconsciousness, and the dreams give us some hints what is going on with us in the present energy. Yeah. And sometimes this symbolic language seems like something negative. We dreamt something that we, through our emotion and through our values perceive like negative. But this symbolic language is totally different, because one thing has to be mentioned: no dreams are negative. It's just the interpretation that can be negative. It is
So
always
when we said,
positive.
"Oh, I have a nightmares," and it was so
Yeah.
horrible, it doesn't mean that something horrible is really going in your life.
Yes, but you already know that. You know, you don't need the subconscious to tell you that. So the subconscious comes in when your energy system sees you are taking it too negative. You need guidance, so you could make a different step and come out of this negativity. And people try to always are kind of guided from their own filters to look at it negative, in a negative way. But the right interpretation can actually elevate their understanding into what is really going on and what is necessary to do to not dwell in this negative field anymore, you know? So that is why the subconscious is talking in symbols, and it needs a proper translation so we would understand what it says. And also our higher consciousness talks in symbols, and mostly through intuition. And our higher consciousness is really trying to tell us what is the next step, what to do through the intuition. And we mostly like don't take it seriously. You just
So
say,
you
okay,
are
this
like
is just something.
so you are like some kind of translator from the both sides, from the dreams, from the subconscious, and up this higher conscious. And what you would tell, or what is your knowing or vision, or how did you believe that we said everybody we were more programmed to negativity, that we believe in bad, because all the time they're telling us just bad news when everything is happening, They don't tell us, oh, today it's a beautiful day and all these planes are safely down and everybody comes home happy. Now that is not the news. The news are all bad news. But what was in you and how did you start to really believe that this, what are you getting this information that they are good and the right one, that didn't, why you didn't said, okay, this is stupid, I don't believe it?
Well, maybe I was lucky because the painting of these mandalas and the dream interpretation was backed up with the feeling that I had of highest excitement.
Okay.
And I just know when I'm excited, when anybody is excited about something, this is the right energy to support your step. Because
So
if
you
you do
would say,
something out of it,
then you will say to people, when you are excited, follow this excitement.
always follow the highest excitement, because the highest excitement is almost like a living code that tells you what is the appropriate step in this moment. And if the highest excitement is, I don't know, just go to the forest and you follow it, then following up on this highest excitement brings you to the next possible excitement. And it is like these huge stones that guide you over the river. You know, you step on one stone and then you see the other and then you see the third, and you have to make steps. Otherwise, if you just stay on the spot and think about what is my next step, you might see 20, 30,000 steps, you know, and you cannot decide which one to take. But with the highest excitement, it just pushes you into the right direction. And there was also, this is how I felt I should do it. And then I had another backup because I had feedbacks from people that saw these things and heard these things. So in dream interpretation, they were like amazed. Wow, I would never think about that. Now I know, now I understand. So this is this, not that. Okay, now I'm happy. I'm going to go in this direction. And with the painting on the mandalas on the stones, I actually started to paint personalized symbols for I called them the portraits of the higher self. And these mandalas actually hold the highest potential for this person, you know? And I got fantastic feedbacks also from this side. So my highest excitement for me to do the step, and then the feedback from my surrounding that I got positive feedback back. These two actually supportive energies made me trust more and more in what I'm doing. And then when I started to trust more, then I also opened more to the potential and better things started to come through, you know.
So this
More
will
complex.
always be follow your heart, yes? Because
Always.
the first feelings or something is always the one of excitement of the right direction for you. But so people start then to go into the mind to check if this is really good for me, and then mind tell you something else.
Yeah, but just think about it, you know, excitement comes from the heart.
Yeah.
And then if I would start reason it, like
questioning,
is this, question it, is this possible? Is anybody going to want a stone with what I paint on? And my mind would say, oh, forget it, you know, this is impossible. But for me, it wasn't so much what other people will say. It was more like where I feel good and where I feel called to do something. And I was painting this stone, no matter if somebody ordered the stone or not. I was just in the flow of my own communication with myself and with the great spirit, however you want to call it, you know. And this brought this emotion of this emotion of excitement slowly transformed into joy and happiness and peace, you know. And when you feel these emotions, then you know that you're doing something right for yourself.
Yeah.
And I got the feedback from other people that felt empowered, you know,
Better.
and
Yeah.
so it is also right for them. So I started to make this bridge between the language of symbols, and because the symbols are the links to the real thing, you know. You can, for example, go to a restaurant and you can get a menu and you have pictures or descriptions of the food, but these are just symbols. It's not real food.
Yeah.
You have to order real food.
Yeah.
You cannot eat the menu.
Yeah. But
Possible.
you already see and almost taste the stuff, even when you just look in the menu, and then you need
Yeah,
to order it. Yes.
it links you. You
Yeah.
know, the symbol links you to the real thing. And also through the dream interpretation, you get links that link you to what is the next step, what to do.
And how you will invite people to start to be more present with all this, because everybody have this, but so many people don't listen to it. They are always going into the reason and questioning what they will say. What was the good recipe for them?
Yeah, well, the best recipe is totally without value if you don't feel it. So to say to somebody, just relax and let life happen to you and follow your highest excitement,
They will not believe
these are
you.
just words, you know. If you
Yeah.
don't connect it to your inner feeling and your inner knowingness that this is something that you want to do, you can't do it. It remains on a level of symbol without your action. The best advice that I got years ago when I was listening to the meditations of Bashar. He is a very known channel. Daryl Anka is his name, but the channel is Bashar. And he always anticipated, follow your highest excitement, follow your highest excitement. And when I heard that, it just resonated in me. And I said, yes, this is it. This is what I have to follow because I feel it like it's the right thing to do. And I just started to be more aware and more present in my life. What excites me and what doesn't excite me. You know, before that knowingness, I did it kind of spontaneous sometimes, but being aware that your body is always communicating with you and your subconscious and your higher consciousness are always trying to support you in the way that you would make a step out of the wholeness, not from partially just engaging some filter that is alive and awake in this moment, but looking the whole picture. It can help you slowly to change your frequency, your vibration. And the more you change your frequency and your vibration with the emotions that are uplifting, like excitement and
happiness and joy.
happiness, yes. I just bought a bottle a few days ago that has this symbol of one of our very known radiesthesists, or I don't know how you say it in English, but he has a symbol uh, for this informing the water. And I bought a water with the symbol of inspiration, you know. And now I'm saying to everybody, I had a glass of inspiration today, but it's because the symbol, the code, informs the water informs your body, you know. So the symbols have a really great power, but then you have to actually make your own step to ground it. Because for example, you see a symbol or you dream about a symbol and then you get a translation, but then you have to ground it. Also the meditation, you get a lot of codes into your body and a lot of, I don't know, peaceful feeling
Yeah.
and joyfulness and everything. But then when the meditation is over and 2 days are over, then you turn back into what was your previous state, you know?
Yeah.
So you have to ground all of this
Yeah.
through your body into Mother Earth to actually anchor it in the cells. But this is what you have to do. The meditation is just one part communication, and then you have to communicate back with action.
So many times I have just this feeling now, like they are teaching us just a part of the work we need to do, you know? So many times people go to the meditation, but nobody tells them about the grounding. And then they meditate and meditate, and they never have this more than, I don't know, even few hours. And then they're back to this crazy world. They go to
Yeah.
job, and everything is back, and they're nervous in the afternoon again.
Yes, for example, opening to the higher realms in the meditation, then you have to actually consider also bringing that into the energy field of Mother Earth, you know, to ground yourself. And action is also grounding.
Yeah.
So you see what works when you act on it. For example, I could have a vision like it would be nice to paint the stones, and I would never paint a stone.
So you need to sit down and really
Yes, yes.
drawing this.
And then slowly people wanted me to paint for them a personalized energy. And this is where the contact with the higher potential, with the higher consciousness happened. This is where I actually saw that I have a contact to this field also, not only to the subconsciousness through understanding the symbolic language of dreams, but also being able to bring in the energy of the highest potential of a person. For example, I have here one stone that is a personalized stone. You see?
Yeah.
And this is a personalized stone for Sandra.
Uh-huh.
It is her energy, and a lot of things happen inside. And then people told me, like, of course it's for Sandra because you painted so many hearts. It is just heart, 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 and pink and violet, and everything is so unicorny and I don't know, you know, fairy
Yeah.
tale. But this energy came through, and the hearts are a specific symbol that I could tell you about it once in the meditation. I dropped into the field where the dragon energy came. And the dragons started to educate me about sacred geometry, you know?
Yeah.
And it was like 45 minutes or 1 hour just getting information, how the cosmic heartbeat looks like, and how all of these nations on Earth, on different parts of the Earth, started to develop their symbolic according to the cosmic heartbeat. And this was amazing. And then in the end, they told me, do you know what is the most important shape on this planet? I didn't know. And they said it is a rhombus, a diamond, you know this.
Yeah, I know.
And I asked why, and they said because you have two arrowheads, one pointing to the earth, one pointing to the cosmos, and you're the middle field between those two. And how do you bring the cosmic energy to earth? This was the question. And they just picked the upper part and pulled it down and became a heart.
Ah,
You know?
yeah, great.
And this was so simple, but this is why the heart actually, so it was like that, and then it was just pulled down into the heart. And it was amazing with how clear this was for me. And for example, in this personalized stone, Sandra is very spiritual, but she is always going through the heart, through this emotional, loving values of the feminine energy, bringing it to earth. And this is because when I paint this, I just follow the guidance. I don't know what is going to be the next step. And these shapes just reveal inside, and I follow them and then try to make them as nice as possible. But the code in here is just a line, you know, that brings the information through. And then the colors are the new information. I just try to execute it as nicely as possible, but to be also visually very attractive. But the code that comes here from some kind of an angelic source, and then spreading and revealing the potentials. For example, you could see also animals like this shape here is like a fish. Then if you take these shapes together, you get a bird, you know. But this is what our mind starts to see then after that. But when you just see it like this, you don't know what you're looking at, and it immediately transmits the code through your eyes into your system.
Before you even start to go into the mind, yes.
Yes. So this is how it works, kind of, you know. And I started to paint these personalized stones for people, so they could have through the visual contact the self-empowerment, because it goes directly, the energy goes directly into the body and starts to produce this frequency of their highest potentials.
Right. So before you said that this lady, for example, took the stone into the bed with her, is it somehow you tell them also it's just enough to see it, or it's better to meditate with it, or just put it somewhere in the room, or it's good also to take it with you, or it's different for everybody?
Well, it depends on how open you are. You know, in one moment, when you see this symbol, it goes into the system and finds the opening. Then when you see it the next time, your energy body might be open in a different part, and then the code goes there. You know, you cannot push the energy through something that is clogged, you know. But when there is an opening, this symbol is going to find the opening. So people who have it at home, every visual contact is actually bringing the energy in. But if you see it several times, then you have a better chance to be infused with this energy from day to day, and it accumulates in you. But also, one time, if you see it just one time, it will work partially. Or maybe if you're very open, you can get exactly what you need in through one look, you know, one observation of the stone. And these personalized stones are now all over the world already, with people who recognized this for themselves. And I must say their feedbacks are amazing, and they're very happy with it.
Right. Yeah, because we are different, and also our state of mind is every day can be different, and you can use it in a different way.
Yes, yes.
So
But just having it in your space, the energy is working.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know. Yeah, because sometimes, you have something, you use it and then you throw it away because it's used. This Or the crystals sometimes said that if you have a crystal, when the crystal gave you and you get the information on you, change something, then the crystal crash and you need to return into the nature. They said it's done for you what you need, but this symbol is working all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is working all the time, actually.
Great. So what we will say, because now for the last years, you are also doing something else in your life, or this is the main things you are creating?
Well, I was doing some designs on the computer also, but actually this is the main field, connecting the higher conscious potential and the subconscious messages for people who want to know themselves better and want to realize what is going on in the present moment for them. For example, the dreams are always a positive message from our subconsciousness to actually be aware what is going on with our energies, our feminine energy, our masculine energy, our conscious energy, how they are related together, and what are the dynamics between them. So you can understand what is going on and then see what is the next step for you, maybe. And this is total support, actually, because I had a lot of, I mostly do the dream interpretation for my family, for friends. I was never putting it out into
But now we said we will
field.
change this.
Now we can change it, of course, yes. But the last example I had in the dream interpretation, the feedback was like, wow, you just told me exactly the last 14 days of my life that I didn't understand what is going on, and now it's like clicked together. You know, it is normal that we people don't know how to interpret ourselves and the language of symbols because nobody taught us. Our school system is teaching us all the stuff that we mostly don't need then anymore in our lives, but this is very important to know. You know, they teach us how to behave, how to communicate with the world on a superficial way, but nobody teaches us how to feel, how to think, how to connect those two, how to speak what we feel and think, you know. And some people do it naturally, but some people need to learn it in order to transform their lives into a more joyful state of beingness. And yeah, that is why so many people nowadays are offering their work so people could connect on a deeper level with themselves and with the existence around us, you know, not feeling anymore that this is a hostile environment and I have to fight and defend myself all the time from this hostile environment, but just coming into the knowingness that we are part of it, that all that we see, it's actually us, and we are not separated. This separation is a big illusion, and it is anticipated from the system all the time, that we are separated, that we are not strong enough, that we will never come into our own power, that we have to submit. And
you are not enough and you need to listen to us.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and we need to step into our power more and more if we want to change this world and us and everything, because we are talking about that a lot. A lot of people still are used to that someone else will tell you what to do and they will take care of you. And then that was my question. For example, you explain to someone or you give him the information, but at the end, he still needs to choose it and do the action.
Of course. Of course. Action
you
is the
told me
most.
my dreams and something and explain me, but then I need to go to the action. I cannot wait at home and now the symbol will do everything.
Yes, for example, there is an example in dreams that one person was uh, dreaming several times that he has to go to the toilet in public on the number 2 toilet, on the big one, and there was no toilet around, so he had to do it in public. And it was like, what is this? Am I so ashamed that my dreams are bringing this out, or do I not accept something?
Yeah.
And then the interpretation was very easy, because if you go to the core, to the fundament of it, elimination means that you have to eliminate something from your body that doesn't serve you anymore.
Yeah.
It comes in as food, which serves us, but then the rest that our body doesn't use, or you can't digest it, it has to go out of the system, otherwise you become clogged,
Yeah.
And this is connected to the emotional body, because food is the symbol of emotions. We taste it, we feel it, we touch it, it is connected to emotions, not to the mental body.
Yeah.
So it just says that there are moments in this person's life where the emotional body is overwhelmed with the intake. So he might be in a group of people that emotionally that are expressing mostly negative emotions, and this is something that his system doesn't want to keep, and has to eliminate it from the system. So the advice for him was just discern, see what is happening, and the feelings and the emotions that are imposed on you, and you don't want it, you have to make a barrier. You have to say stop to this. You have to start cleaning yourself in the way that you stand in your own energy and don't allow others.
Barriers, enough. That's my
Yeah.
personal space.
It's a simple message, but now he just has to do it. Otherwise, the system is going to be the same as it was if it doesn't do an appropriate action for that.
And in the end, if you don't do nothing about that, you can even be really become unhealthy or get some illness, because body showing you in a different way what he wants you to do. And if you don't do it, he will go the step further.
Yes.
At the end, you can be really ill and you need to do something at the end.
So that is why we have these two systems that are a subconsciousness and the higher consciousness. And these two systems are working with us all the time and trying to support us. And if we don't take the messages in, so to speak, then the body is starting, the body has no other chance than slowly go into worse conditions.
Yeah.
But if you support it with your emotional, mental state, where you understand the energies and the messages from the energy, because we are energetic beings, and the body is just the result of the multiple energies that are materialized here through the body. We are the link between the invisible and visible, actually.
Yeah.
No, and if we don't listen to this part of ourselves, this energetic field that is communicating with us, then we are going to do mistakes, or we won't have a life that is as happy as it could be, because we are ignoring part of ourselves that wants to support us. Very simple.
And then people going all around trying to find some help, but it is the informations are already in us.
The informations that we need are already in us, and it is mostly like a present moment. You know, in the present moment, we have everything that we need to be alive and more
And more.
and more. And the same is with this, you know, we always get what we need in this moment. And sometimes what we need is a wake-up call.
Yeah.
And sometimes this wake-up call doesn't look very comfortable. So
Yeah.
we start our filters immediately. It's negative. Everybody is picking on me. Everybody is hurting me. I don't have luck in life. I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't have many things. But this is the absence of gratitude for what we have. And
Sure.
in this moment, what we have is exactly the tools that we need to make empowered step into something new.
Yeah.
But because we have it already, it is worthless. We want something new without considering what is our base in this moment, our fundamental state of beingness, you know.
It's
And
very
then go from
healthy to
there.
know where are you, who are you, and then always when you go out of this comfort zone, even if it is uncomfortable, it's at the moment when you go out of it, it's even a little bit more uncomfortable, and then you come to the next level.
Yeah.
And many times people need some kind of help here in this part, and this, what are you doing? It's a really big help for the people who really want to change.
And very important is that you start trusting yourself,
Yeah.
that what you feel, what your desires are, what your excitement is actually the most powerful energetic guidance that you can get. But trusting it is another
They never teach us.
another quality that we have to develop within.
Because they never teach us this, maybe sometimes even intentional, because then we can be not so useful, and we don't then follow the rules of this system, which is not so good for the humanity.
Yes, you have two information. One information is the information that comes from other people.
Yeah.
And one information is the information that comes from within.
Yeah.
So you can choose, you can follow either one, you know, but the information from other people, how can other people know exactly what you need in this moment? They know or think they know what they need from you in this moment, and then it comes into a manipulation, and I don't know. We know it from our own lives and our own experience. So the most credible guidance comes from within, and you can check this guidance with other people. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? People that you trust, people that have maybe a little bit other point of view on situation, and then you slowly collect the stones of the mosaic, and you make your own picture of life, and then you follow it, you know. It is your action when you get a dream or intuitive message to follow up with it. And you can do it in the way that feels the most appropriate. You can ask somebody what he or she thinks. You can just go trusting in your own power. You can observe your environment and see how symbolically all the existence starts to speak with you. You know, you dream a dream or have a feeling that you would have to transform, and then you don't believe it, and then the butterfly comes and sits on your hand, which is a symbol of transformation, and then you know you can see something that your neighbor bought a new car or whatever, and you collect all these symbols into a picture that you understand, wow, this is happening to me right now. I have to be more aware on this part so I can do the right steps or understand what is going on with me. It is very a very satisfying place to be in, to constantly communicate with everything that is around you and with yourself, and matching up the information and discern what is right for you, what is not. But it takes somebody who wants to be aware
Yeah.
about himself or
This is the
herself.
first step. Yes, you need to want to change your life, to be aware, to be more present, and yeah. And I think in the past, not I think I know the old people are very old. Back they were more used to this, to following these signs and symbols, and then we somehow forgot this modern technology, and is they push us to just use this, you know, emails, this, that, and they just cut out of our even imagination, but they just didn't want us to follow this science, because then we don't listen. But they used to do this. People know. Now we
Yes,
almost need you to tell us and to teach us again how to follow us and our science.
in old times, elder people were the most valuable advisors
Yeah,
because they had the lifetime of experience, and they could connect better to what is happening to the young people because they went through it.
yeah,
Today, we look at elder people like people that are not valuable anymore. They cannot send an email, they cannot use the smartphone, and this is where we evaluate this timeline that we are on, with the technological progress,
yeah,
but not with the life experience that life can bring to it, because we have a lot of life experience and we are not even aware of them,
yeah,
because our intention and attention is not on this energy, but on the energy that is imposed somehow
yeah.
to us. I don't say that this is a bad thing, the technological progress and
But
everything,
you need
but
to
we just have
incorporate
to
it. Yes.
find the equilibrium
Yeah,
between the physical, emotional, mental body of experience with nature, with the environment that we are on and in, planet Earth, nature, everything that is enabling us and our lives, and then use the technology also if it is appropriate to do something faster and better, but not. This balance, this equilibrium, harmony has to be established if we want to evolve in a way that is a win-win situation that is supporting everything, us and our environment.
yeah, and we need to start to value ourselves again and our knowledge, because they try to just let us believe that we are less, that all this industry and all this stuff around, they are giving so much power to everything out of us, not in. We are forgetting to trust ourselves, our knowledge. And then someone like you, it's really, really very valuable for me to start to teach us again and to show us again that we know, and that we just need to listen to ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you for this. And yeah, like last time, we will give people your contact. So if someone will have a wish to connect with you, that they can find you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
Have a
you.
great
So
one.
also on my Facebook site is in the basic information is a
Yeah.
link to if somebody wants to book a dream
Session. Yeah.
interpretation session or just to talk, it's the Calendly where you can pick your date and hour during the week. I would be happy to connect with more people, definitely.
Yeah.
And if somebody wants to go into the exploration of their higher potential through the symbol on the stones, we can also talk about it. Best is to send me an email, and then we will connect
I will
via
give all the information that you can,
yeah.
that they can get in contact with you. Yeah, I'm just checking if someone asked us. We have people who did follow us, and probably most of them, they will come later, because also last time when we were together,
Yes.
and in the next days, they start to look more and more and listen. And I will also share it to the YouTube channel, and you will also share it to your channels where you show this, where these people from abroad are following you.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for today, and probably we will meet again in a few months. You will tell us if more people start to connect with you, or maybe if you will do something else. And I know that you do a few other stuff, but we said that we will not put all in one session, because it
Yes,
would be
yes,
too
it
much.
would be too much. But
So
this is also the fields that I am doing the most.
yeah,
So it is good to address these two,
for
the
now,
subconscious and the higher conscious through the symbols,
yeah,
and understanding yourself
yeah.
through these two helpers, so to speak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Daniel, you used to do some things, and then you totally stopped, and you never know what your dreams and your energy will tell you in the future. Maybe you will start
Yes,
something
yes,
totally different.
yes, that's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, we never
Just being
know.
open to possibilities.
Yeah,
And I just know that these two fields, I have a lot experience, because for the dream interpretation, I really learned more than 15 years
yeah,
this approach. And I'm working with the line and the color all my life. So this is how it came through
yeah,
for me, that I can combine these two fields for anybody who would like it, you
great.
know.
And
So
we stay open for all the other.
the other stuff is more like hobbies, working with wood and
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, but it can be interested for someone, but you have also a few classes and so on, and I will invite you again. So
Thank you.
we also want to know the progress, and maybe you will show us more stones or something. And yeah, I would really like to know if our meetings are inviting people to choose more.
Mhm. Yeah, thank you for the opportunity, and
Yeah,
let's thumbs up for that.
yes, and we will meet in 2 days, and we will talk more. And the people who
Okay.
want to talk more with Daniel, you need to catch him in through these channels I will share with you in a moment. So thank you for today, Daniel, and
Thank you,
I hope
Barbara. It
our
was a
English
pleasure.
was good enough.
I think it was.
Yeah. So have a nice day, and everything, and everybody who was with us and who will be with us. We wish you a very good transformation, informations, and good life.
Yeah, same to you and everybody else.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Barbara. See
Thank
you
you.
next
Bye
time.
bye. Yes,
Bye.
thank you.